Urgency doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like constantly looking ahead, staying mentally on long after the day is over. It can be rushing through meals or scrolling while you're exhausted, or just feeling tired even when your mind continues racing. And over time, this can build into a feeling of constant pressure that makes it difficult for your nervous system to fully settle. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 grounding evening rituals to help your nervous system downshift out of stress, anxiety, and overwhelm, especially when everything feels urgent. In traditional Chinese medicine, this sense of urgency and overstimulation are connected to overactivation in your body. And at the same time, chronic stress and mental overactivity that can come from and feed into this sense of urgency can gradually deplete our deeper energy reserves. And this can make it more difficult to feel grounded, to feel rested, or to feel steady overall. These rituals aren't about perfection or creating an ideal evening routine. They're simply small ways for your body to be able to recognize that it's safe to slow down. Before we move into the rituals, my name is Jillian. If you enjoy practices like meridian yoga, EFT, meditation, or holistic healing that supports your nervous system, your hormonal health, and your mental and emotional well-being, subscribe if you haven't yet. It's a simple way to help me continue to create these videos with fewer interruptions on the channel. Ritual number 1 is to create some kind of transition between your activity of the day and the beginning of your evening. This can be as simple as changing your clothes when you get home, washing your face, simply sitting for a moment quietly before you move into another activity. Any kinds of ritual that can signal to your body that you're beginning to downshift for the evening. Dimming the lights or lighting a candle after dark is a great way to make sure that you're supporting a release of melatonin and a decrease in cortisol. This can also downshift your nervous system and support your sleep at night. These little rituals may seem insignificant, but any of these small sensory cues signal to your nervous system that the pace of your day is downshifting. Ritual number 2 is supporting your body with warmth and steadiness through nourishment. This doesn't need to be complicated. It's just eating warm, cooked meals earlier in the evening that supports your digestion, your blood sugar stability, and your sleep quality. In traditional Chinese medicine, your digestion isn't only related to stable energy physically, but it's connected to your mental and emotional steadiness as well. So if we're constantly skipping meals, or we eat while we're distracted or multitasking, we're overstimulated or rushing through our meals, any of this can destabilize our digestion, it can destabilize our energy levels, and it gives rise to emotional instability and overactive mental activity like looping thoughts or endless worry. Even slowing down enough to be present with a warm meal can become part of another grounding ritual and another way to settle into your evening. Ritual number 3 is using calm herbs for tea. Now, there are many herbs that you can choose from, but a few of the herbs that I personally enjoy using to help to relieve stress, anxiety, and overall nervous system support are chamomile, lemon balm, rose, and lavender. Chamomile is especially supportive when you want to wind down, both physically and mentally. And it's particularly helpful if stress is impacting your digestion or your sleep. Lemon balm is a lemon-scented herb from the mint family, and it's commonly used for stress, anxiety, and insomnia. Rose is also calming. It helps soothe stress, anxiety, and it also supports your digestion and overall relaxation. Lavender is also relaxing, helping to relieve stress and anxiety, and it also supports your digestion and your sleep. Now, I share these herbs because they're nice on their own, but they also taste good in any combination that you choose. I personally enjoy finding my herbs loose so I can make my tea depending on my taste that day. However you choose to make your tea, the support from the herbal tea is warming, it's grounding, and it's just a really nice, nurturing evening ritual. Ritual number 4 is reducing your stimulation gradually rather than abruptly at night. And this one can make a big difference because if you think about it, it makes sense that our body would have difficulty falling asleep after hours and hours of input. This could mean lowering the lights if you didn't earlier in the evening already. It could be softening sounds or playing particular sound that's comforting for you. It could be stepping away from scrolling. Or it could be taking a little more time to ground before you go to bed. This could be any kind of grounding ritual, like giving yourself acupressure, doing some yin yoga in bed, or practicing some kinds of meditation. I'll actually share some of these practices in the description if this kind of wind down is of interest to you. Many of us move through the day absorbing far more stimulation than our nervous system was really designed for. So this ritual can help our body transition out of this state of consumption. Ritual number 5 is to give yourself a pause before your day ends. And this isn't to fix everything or to figure anything out. It's simply to check in with yourself. You could place a hand on your heart. You could place a hand on your belly. You could ask yourself, what am I still carrying right now? What can wait until tomorrow? What would support me in softening even a little bit? The sense of urgency that can chronically influence us unconsciously doesn't begin to unwind by forcing ourselves to slow down or to relax. And it definitely doesn't come by perfecting some routine. It begins through repetition, through gentleness, through rhythm, and learning that we don't always have to brace against life. I hope these ideas offered you some inspiration. I'd love to hear from you in the comments, which, if any of these, you're inspired to incorporate into your evening, or if any of them you already practice, or if there are any that you practice that I didn't mention that you want to recommend to anyone listening. Feel free to subscribe if you haven't yet, and thanks for taking this time to be with me today. I'll see you in the next video.